Hello everyone, welcome back to AirBlog once again. So today we are going to learn how to handle missing data in pandas, including Filna, Dropona, and interpolation. Right? Interpolate. So missing data is common in a real-world data set, and by knowing it, like how to handle it, it is very essential for like a clean analysis, and that's is very important. Like how you can handle them, how you can fill them, or like suppose you want to remove them, so how you remove them. So the question is, what is missing data, right? So missing data is basically the first thing we can say like data is empty, right? Empty or null in the data set, right? Data set, right? And the second thing, uh, it can say that is it represented as a not a number, that is basically nan, right? And it basically it can cause some cause an error, cause some serious error in a calculation or analysis, right? And like why it is important to handle basically. So suppose you have a data set that is that include nan and empty row and empty values or null values in a data set, and you are doing some calculation, and you have suppose almost 30 to 50 data set null values. That's going to very messy with your data set, right? You are doing calculation, and suppose like you have a 10 values, and in 10 values 8 values are 0. So once you like do multiplication or any kind of this operation, it is going to be a very messy, and your answer will be very different. So what we'll do, we'll switch to VS Code, and we'll see how we can create a simple data frame, and then we'll with a missing value, and then we will do some kind of operation like how we can replace them, how we can fill them. So let's switch to the VS Code, and what we'll do here, we'll create a file that's a missing.py, right? So we'll say missing.py, right? And first thing we'll import pandas as a pd, and we'll import numpy as np. Now we'll create a data frame, the missing values, right? So so we'll create a data frame with the missing values, right? Now we'll say data equals to this, and then we'll say name, and we are going to say Alice, and then we'll say Bob, we can say Charlie, we can say David, right? So I missed this one, yeah. And we are going to show declare age also. So age, and it is going to be 25, 40, or what you are going to say. We are going to create an right nan, and we'll say 28, and we can say 30, right? And then we'll say salary, and we'll say that is 5,000, we can say 6,000, we can say np dot nan. As we are creating a data set with the missing values, we can say 5,500, right? Now what we'll do, we'll convert this into data frame. Say pd dot df equals to pd dot data frame data frame, and we'll pass the data here, right? And we'll print this. So print data, or no, df, and we'll run this. So we'll say python missing.py. So we got our data set. You can see here there are some nan appears, right? In a second column, and second row, right? And you can see in a third column, in a third row, that is nan, right? So nan basically indicate missing data in pandas. Now the question is how we can handle the missing data with a drop on, right? So handling missing data, right? So drop on basically drop row with any missing values in entire data set, right? So we'll say print df dot drop on, and we are going to say this, yeah. So we'll run this again. See here we have some missing values, right? The first row and second row, and in this one we drop these row, right? Row 1 and row 2, right? Now suppose you want to drop column with any missing value, so for that you have to do print df dot drop ona, and then you have to pass axis equals to 1, right? So axis uh, 0 is basically row, axis 1 is column, right? Suppose you write here axis 0, it will remove row, and if you write axis 1, it will remove column. So let's run it and we'll see what we get it here, right? See, we got Alice, Bob, and Charlie, because because this one, the age and the salary, age and salary contain the nan value, right? We got the name column. That's how like drop on our. So you can drop any value, any row and column from the entire data set. Now suppose you don't want to drop this, right? So let me comment this. Now suppose you don't want to drop this, you want to fill with some values, right? So we can say filling missing values with with a constant or any kind of values, whatever you want, right? So constant. So for that you have to use print df fill now, right? For that you can pass like 0. So filling missing value, right? You pass the 0. So whatever, like in an entire data set, wherever the missing value is up here, it will fill with the 0. So let's run it and we'll see. So in a second, in a column age and row 1 we get the nan, but here we fill the 0 0.0 and 0 0.0 right here also. So we replace all the nan values with the 0, right, in an entire data set. Now, suppose you want filling my missing value with the mean of column. Like suppose you want to fill a missing value, the mean of a column. So print, we can say df, and we can say age, as we know, age has a missing value, and we'll say fill now, and we'll say df, then age, right? Age dot mean, and we'll write this. So what you're doing, we are accessing the age column and we are filling this with the d of age column, the entire column, and we are calculating the mean, right? So we are filling with the mean value. So we'll run this, we'll see, we got the 25, 27, 30, right? That's how like and use it is very useful when you don't want to lose rows or column, any kind of rows or column. You can fill this with the constant value, you can fill with the mean value, you can fill with the max value, whatever value you want to fill, you can fill according to your data set, right? Now there is another thing, that's a interpolating missing data with interpolate, right? So we'll say interpolating, right? Now what we'll do, so there are various kind of interpolation. So we'll see here a linear interpolate, like, so what it does basically, it estimate missing value based on neighbor values, right? And it is very useful like when you work with the time series data or numeric data, right? So we'll say print df dot interpolate, right? We had here interpolate and we'll write this. So what we'll do, we'll run this, clear this, and we'll run this. See, so we got 26.5, 28, 20, 30, right? and get 575, right? So basically what it does, it estimate missing value, like it's a 25, then it assume that 26 would be there in place of 9. That's why it filled 26.5, right? It basically estimate the missing value based on neighbor values, right? And it is useful for the time series or numeric data. Now the question is, why handling missing data is important. So the first thing, missing data can cause incorrect analysis, right? Incorrect analysis, basically, suppose you have a 10 values and or 15 values, you have a, in 15 values 12 values are missing, that conclude in and that basically include nan and constant, these kind of values. And when you do some kind of operation, it will give you a result like what you unexpected result, what you expect from the data set, right? So, and what we learned in today video, so Dropona, first thing, it remove missing data from the entire data set. Filna, basically, it replace missing data from the entire uh, in the entire database. And Interpolate basically estimate missing data. Like it's a, because clean data is very essential for a real world project. And Interpolate, it assume, and it is very important when you work with the time series data or a numerical data. It assume the data, missing data, with their respective neighbors, right? And that's it for the handling missing data in a Python, in a pandas. Now you know how to use Dropona, Filna, Interpolate to clean your data set, right? So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, right? In the next video, we are going to learn about group by and aggregation, right? So see you into the next one. Thank you.